There was a story that came out when you were in WWE that you were supposed to be the Intercontinental Champion. Uh, I always find that to be super interesting. I was like, oh my God, how come this didn't happen? Could you like tell us that story of you almost becoming Intercontinental Champion or the story behind it?
Well, okay, so I don't think, I know. There was a plan at one point to, I don't know if you remember, I can't remember what year it was, but it was Elimination Chamber. Maybe it was 2018,
2019?
2019, something like that. But it was me and Bobby versus Finn in
Yeah.
a handicap match for the Intercontinental title, which was a very interesting match. I'm actually pretty excited that that ended up happening. I've never seen anything like that before, a handicap match for a singles title, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Uh, but there were a lot of talks about having that match at WrestleMania, but it ended up being just Bobby and Finn, and I ended up coming out with Bobby. But that was a plan that was being talked about for some time. But I think ultimately they just ended up doing the match at Elimination Chamber and carried on with the singles match at WrestleMania. But it would have been really cool. It would have been really cool to be able to wrestle on that card, especially being Intercontinental Champion unexpectedly. I don't think anybody would have expected that. Um, but yeah, that would have been really fun.
I could have sworn it was coming too, because there was a moment I think Bobby was doing a pose off or something, and like you're in a white jumper suit and you had the white strap Intercontinental title on. It's like, hey man, that kind of matches. I can see that works out. Like I can see it for sure, for sure. Yeah, man. Was there any other like big like WWE moments that maybe didn't come to fruition during your time during that run you had in the company?
Oh, yeah. There's one that stings. There's one that stings a lot, actually. Um, the year that I came out with Bobby,
Yeah.
uh, I think this was Phoenix, Arizona. I was supposed to be in that Rumble, that Royal Rumble. Uh, yeah, I was supposed to be in that Royal Rumble, and I was not. And I think they ended up changing plans last minute, and I just ended up accompanying Bobby down when he got his number and he came out. But I was definitely prepared to enter the Rumble that year, and yeah, that one stings. That's because that's bucket list. That's bucket
Yeah.
list moments right there. So. Um, yeah, but that I definitely remember that. I was supposed to be in the Royal Rumble that year, and for whatever reason, I think it ended up changing super last minute, like almost like hours before the show started. So yeah, that one stings a little bit, but yeah, that's another moment that I remember.
Dang, because especially with like all the stuff you do in the ring, like the Kobe Kingston spot of always trying to save yourself out of the rumble. I feel like that could have been like your new thing. You could have been the new Kobe for that moment. That would have been sick.